And once again, we have the crazy lighting. And this is my two. My second video of the evening. Peace, brother. Um, let's see, 6:43. This would be the Nuala evening show. I almost sang there. You gotta watch out. Um, that could be scary. Yours truly, the one and only Nuala, in the lovely office with very little light left outside, or I mean, it's not coming right in the window, which is why my it looks kind of dark. Uh, the office lighting in here is weird. Part of the reason I want to move it. This is perfect for a bedroom. It sucks for an office. Sure, now my voice is gonna mess up. Um, I've been Facebooking like crazy. Um, Basically, Facebook, I keep up with friends and I follow a wide selection of news. And I run, I think, a total of 8 groups, which, some of them are more active than others. Some of them have been pretty quiet, but hopefully they'll pick up. And a cooking page, Nuala's Kitchen. So, if you want to make something, check out the kitchen. I've got all kinds of crazy recipes. I made a cool personal pan pizza last night for myself from scratch. Made up a dough, got that done. Set it, you put it in the oven and get the dough started. And then put your toppings and everything. And I got all that done. So, yeah, the cooking thing. And I found my mini bunt pan and some recipes for mini bunts. So I think with it'll probably be tomorrow, later tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna. I really don't feel like mini bunting tonight. Um, but it makes a dozen mini bunt cakes, and then you put the icing, the glaze on it. Um, yeah, don't mind. I'm trying to stay cool up here, but this is legit. This is like outerwear. This is not risque. Okay, it has the lacy stuff, which is cute, but it's not. It's regular. It's a regular camisole for you can wear it as is. So don't get all like, oh my god. Um. So yeah, I have a limited window of time with light between seeing me as a like a white glare, like some heavenly apparition or alien or your choice, right? Or like looking like I'm in a dark cavern somewhere. Right now we're kind of in between that sort of. Um, and of course now I'm going to be like constantly. Um, I babbled in the last one, and I babbled for 4 minutes. So let me try and pick a legit topic here. As I said, I comment on a lot of issues. Um, Main issues that I comment on are in several categories. One is trans rights, LGBT rights in general, women's rights overall, human rights. So those 4 rights categories, um, workers' rights, and so forth. Um, I'm active in commenting on a bunch of sites on articles of that sort, either to offer God, it's awful. either to offer support for a good article and good comments, or to present facts uh, to the article, to the comments, or to as a rebuttal to. Um, I don't rebut legitimate opposing points of view that are stated courteously and uh, contain facts and list sources and so forth. But when somebody spews abject hate, then I come and ass kick. Plain and simple, honey. Because I mean, like, I've met people who have told me to my face that I don't exist. You're looking at me. Trust me, I exist, honey. Uh, but they believe it. Well, whatever. They believe in like the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus, you know, Tinkerbell, and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Tell me I don't exist. I'm pretty sure I know I exist. Um, or they come spewing what they learned in health class back in 1966 in seventh grade. When I present, sources and articles and facts derived from, like, within the current years, uh, dissertations, people in who are experts in their fields of science, medicine, genetics, psychiatry, um, and so forth, uh, globally, global experts who are at the top of their field, who are like in the majority, in the vast majority, as far as their findings. They're not like some obscure, like they bring up, like they have one psychiatrist they prayed out who'll basically toe the party line for anyone if they pay him enough. Um, you know, there's a whole thing. Like, so I rebuke that stuff. And the ones that tell me, like, you're going to hell, Nola, for being a hot chick or something. Like, you know, uh, whatever. You're going to hell. I don't believe in hell. I'm sorry. It doesn't exist. You know, I'm spiritually eclectic. As far as your bullshit, you can keep it. If you have a hell, you want to go there, be my guest. You won't see me there. You know, I'm doing fine on my own. Uh, you know, I'll be having some adventures. I've been back. This ain't my first rodeo. I've had a lot of incarnations. I'll have a lot more. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sweating it. But that's my deal. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to believe the way I believe, but don't try and shove the way you believe down my throat is what I'm saying. And don't tell me I don't exist. For crying out loud, I'm right here, and I'm telling you where the bird sits, baby. Um, so I'll post this one too. I did my other one is almost it's like 75 or 79% done. Takes forever to upload these to YouTube and like seconds to pipe it down to Facebook after. So you get two Nualas for the price of one today. Aren't you lucky? Well, anyway, I've just been crazy. I haven't even been drinking either. Right? I'm just light and lively all the time, hon. Just that's me. You know, uh, it's just the way I've always been. Hasn't changed. But I think I'm a little rowdier now. Well, I mean, you know, I'm myself, and I hit 60, baby. That's like a like a a free pass, right? Free pass to say whatever the hell strikes me my fancy. Not that there's anything fancy about this, but you know. Anyway, um, this is kind of cute. Rosie got this for me. I don't know if you can see it. It's black and silver, so it kind of goes with the top, and it goes with my. I don't know if you can see the silly hoops. You can never see these things unless I toss the hair and. But come on, they're on there. Well, anyway, hey, the hoop earrings. You can see this one, maybe, maybe not. Stupid headphones are not going to let me show you. All right. Anyway, I got hoop earrings on. And this matches the hoops. And I have another different color one that matches the hoops. And I have a scarf that Rosie got me with this. So I can have a scarf. But today, it's too hot for a scarf. I'm telling you. It's like summertime, summertime. Summertime and the living is easy. And all that. Anyway, uh, I do karaoke occasionally. Um, in fact, occasionally what I'll do with karaoke is like go and just like if there's people that don't know me, and then I'll just sing like some Frank Sinatra or something, like totally like what, you know, like I say. All right, so I was going to talk about well, sort of important. Like I say, I'm supporting things, term limits, congressional term limits. That's a biggie. Uh, we have a whole deal going on that. So anyone who's interested in working towards congressional term limits, give me a shout. And we have a page and a group for that. I have a photography group. Photography group, Chiaroscuro, uh, which is for photographers and people who love photography, to post their work, post events, galleries, exhibitions, and so forth, and interact with other photographers, uh, post cool photos of stuff. Because I have like some photos. I have Nuala's Curiosities and Mechanical Contraptions, which is like anything sort of electromechanical. And that's an active group. We have tons of people in there from all over the world. Australia, England, or the UK, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, across the United States, Canada. And people post some crazy shit. And then like sometimes like you'll see a car or something, so like I don't, it looks like like an English car or a French car. I have no idea, and you post it, and bam, somebody from like the UK or the continent, across the pond will be like, oh, that's a 1956 whatever, whatever, or people post things around here. Somebody just posted like a just a shell and frame of a car, shell and chassis of a car out in the desert, and it was all kinds of guesses. And I looked at it, and I'm like, and it was upside down, right? It's upside down, but I look at the front, and I look at the shape, and I'm like, that's like a mid 30s Chrysler DeSoto Airflow. I'm like 90%, and we looked and looked and looked, and I found one similar, different bumper, and I was trying to, and then I found it, and it was like a 36 DeSoto Airflow. Hulk, like carcass, whatever you want to call it. So we solved that, and we have tractor trailers, and we throw videos and dragsters and crazy tractors and steam engines and anything like that sort of thing, antique and modern. So that group's open to anybody who likes, crazy mechanical shit. I have a musical group for anyone who wants to post music, although that hasn't been too active. I have two groups, LGBT media creators and transmedia creators, which are set up for people who are LGBT, or or one is straight trans. To concentrate on that, one is open to anyone. It's anyone who is LGBT. Add the other letters in as you see that. Uh, who creates media, whether it's film, uh, photography, books, videos, um, music, any media, any sort of media, any genre, if they are LGBT. And the other aspect is anyone who creates LGBT oriented media, whether they're LGBT or not, um, also is encouraged to post in those and discuss work and, showings and exhibits and stuff like that, like post events, things. Um, Vox clamantis in deserto, which is Latin for a voice crying out in the wilderness. And that is an all trans oriented group for the entire trans umbrella and supporters, allies, friends, significant others, and so forth. It's like a collective group for discussion of general trans issues. Then I have a specific group, Transition Tango, which is just specifically for people who are trans women or trans men in transition, getting ready to transition, or looking into seriously transition, um, going through transition, having completed transition, um, you know, and that's a closed group for discussion, so that people can talk freely without it being broadcast all over the web. Um, that's open to anyone who's like I say, involved somewhere in their transition or approaching it. We always welcome new people. All my groups welcome people. It's like me. Hey, glad to know you. That sort of thing. Um, wow, coming up on 20 minutes again. I can't it's hard for me to focus on one subject. But yeah, the issues and the other issues would be like a lot of women's rights things. A lot of stuff going on right now with women's rights being taken away, you know, uh, or being like jeopardized. So I fight that constantly. Fight that, and other things basically concerned with human rights, overall human rights in general. And I like music and mechanical things and photography um, and the cooking and baking I like uh, to do. I also like art and painting. It actually up there is you can't see it, but my portable easel is up there with some of my paint box stuff still in it. Um, but I haven't painted in a long while. The writing is still going on. Working on several books some I've been working on for a long time that I've just never got around to finishing. That I should. But I kind of concentrating now on one that deals with basically my life and transition and things. Um, hopefully can get that done soon. I try working on that as often as I can. So again, I probably babbled 20 minutes and said little. Uh, you've either tuned out a long time ago or you're a real fan. You know, a, uh, a fan of the Nuala. Uh, Either way, you know, I just do these for fun. I enjoy it. I'm a ham. I used to be afraid of public speaking, right? My first year of college, right out of high school, I didn't want anything to do with it. I was like, oh God, and you had it. There was the required course for criminal justice back then, and it still was later. But I went back and I took, and the guy I had the first time was kind of, easy. Um, the guy I had the second time, he was like really like boom, boom, boom. He had taught at Annapolis, I think it was previously. Anyway, he was pretty, he wanted to do a lot of speeches. And I found that I preferred that because it kind of kept you doing